of emergency, please make your way to the nearest lighted exit in an orderly fashion. The main building exit is located through the roll-up doors you entered. The assembly point is directly outside the doors. Please notify any Derby Doll staff or the representative of the Vernon Fire Marshal if any emergencies arise.
Hello, Los Angeles! And welcome to this hot Saturday afternoon of exciting junior roller derby action here in Valhalla between the LA Junior Derby Dolls Junior Scream Queens.
Let's hear it!
And the Junior Tough Cookies. Who's ready to meet the skaters?
Let me hear you!
All right, coming to the track first, please welcome in their first game as a team.
Oh, that's exciting.
The Junior Scream Queens.
There they are.
35G Honey Bee Bee. No? Come on now, Honey Bee Bee, do it. Number 36, Slim Reaper. 46, Wensley Adams. Number 137, Glow and Arrow. 168, Batty Rumble. 203, it's Shreddy Mercury. 214, Alter Ego. Number 478, Finding Gory. 522, Stargirl. Wearing number 911, it's Evil Gretel. 999, Jurassic Punk. 3355, VV Vroom. Number 6000, Ginger Snapped. 7666, Hermione Danger. 7L11, it's Skate White Shark. And C3PO, Chewbacca. Coaches of the Junior Scream Queens are Ice Creamer and Shata. One more time for the Scream Queens.
And now, skating for your tough cookies. We have, oh, they're coming up. Here they come. Let me hear it. These athletes have given their weekends, their minds, their bodies, and their brains. Yes, their minds and their brains.
Not
These
their
are your
minds
junior
and their
tough
brains.
cookies. Number 12, Mazzy Scar. Number 17, Hell on Wheels. Oh, I'm sorry, is Hell on Wheels. Number 17 is Dirty Tricks. Number 42, Chemical X. Number 74, Furious George. Skating under number 85, we have Aurora Borealis. 88Q, Sweet Baby Rage. Number 998, that's Fight Night. Skating under 1154, you're looking at the Angel of Death. Oh, 1609, Hidden. And number 2014, Frida Brawlo. Number 27 is your co-captain, Luna Shovegood. And your captain tonight is number 97, Greased Frightening. Your subs tonight are Ziggy Stardust, Jinx, and Smaller Brawler. Not skating Smackaroni, and tonight your coaches are Moulin Rouge and Jezebel.
All right, that's it for the tough cookies. And now, what's black and white and fair all over? It's the enforcers. Ooh. Head referee, Scary Fisher. Game executioner, Hassel Black. Front pack ref, Wild Bill Hiccup. Back pack ref, Voltron. Jam refs, Casey Cajones and Metallic Kyle. Outside pack refs, Tricky Ricardo with E.T. Tracy shadowing, and suspect Erd. Penalty tracker Ridley Scorpio. Penalty tracker assistant Sweep the Leg Johnny. Penalty box administrators Morning Wood and Mazepane Della Chismosa with E.T. Beth shadowing. On that whiteboard, it's E.T. Henry, Eyes in the Sky, Cherry Blazer, and E.T. Rumble. Scoreboard operator E.T. Ronnie. Alternate D Cup runneth over runner E.T. Tracy, your enforcers.
The Derby Dolls acknowledge that we gather on traditional unceded Keech and Tonga land. We ask league members and the Derby Dolls community to honor with gratitude the Keech and Tonga people, elders, and the land itself. The Derby Dolls encourage you to visit nativeland.ca to learn about the native land you reside on and its history.
And now, people of Los Angeles, are you ready for roller derby action?
That's right, get to your feet!
There's that first whistle, and we are all about it. I'm Trixie Biscuit here with May Q Holla.
Hello.
I forgot to introduce us. We introduced everybody else, and we didn't introduce ourselves.
They actually technically get the most of us.
And there's your first whistle, and we're off. If this is your first time, first of all, welcome.
Welcome.
What took you so long? We're not judging, but we're happy you're here. The players with the stars on their helmets are the jammers. They are the point-scoring players. They are going to get through the pack, come around, and when they catch that pack again, they get 1 point for every opposing player that they pass. Jams last 60 seconds or until the jammer in front, the lead jammer, ends the jam by patting their hips, which is what you just saw there.
That was hidden, calling it off for the Tough Cookies. You can see behind me, the first quarter is 15 minutes. Each jam is a minute long. No points?
No points.
No points.
No points.
It's anybody's game.
No points, no penalties.
Oh, that's good too. In the center, that is the penalty box where skaters will be sitting out penalties, which will have packs down a member or two or three.
But that's not going to happen because everybody's going to play clean today. I heard that was what the coaches told them to do.
Is that your preference? A very clean game?
I love a
Trixie?
clean game.
I see.
Because clean games are fair games. Clean games are or even games.
It's true, but do you not also like a power jam when that happens? I mean, that's sort of half the fun here.
I like it when it's my team, but I don't have a team today. I'm announcing.
Furious George looking for a space to get through to start scoring.
That's right, the Scream Queens jammer just now getting out of that pack while everyone's eyes were on Furious George. And Furious calls this one off. Picks up a couple points there. And there they are, 2 points. 2 points for the Junior Tough Cookies.
Officially on the board.
They're on the board. I see 1 player down for each team sitting in that penalty box. That means that both teams will be down 1 blocker.
The skaters wearing a stripe on their helmet are known as the pivots, sort of the captain of this jam session, would you say?
I wouldn't say, but I'm glad you said.
Other fun facts, pivots are in charge of bringing brownies.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's a new rule. There are a lot of new rules in Derby.
I'm not sure anybody told these pivots that.
I don't know how you enforce it other than people get mad when the brownies aren't here. That's number 97 for the Tough Cookies out in front. Grease frightening. Looking to score some points. Hit it and quit it.
Jinx opened up a huge hole for that Cookies jammer to sail right on through.
Very nice.
So this is only our 2nd game with the teams. We played a
Wow.
lot of exhibition style, everybody in white, black.
Are you noticing a change once the teams have been this defined? Is it...
You know, right now, mostly what I'm noticing is that everybody's wearing different colors, and I love it. It's so much prettier.
We have 6 points on the board for the Tough Cookies, and the Scream Queens looking to make their mark on this scoreboard.
As I said, this is the Scream Queens. It's their first game of the season, but it's also their first game under this name. Ooh. There goes number 17 for the Cookies. Lead jammer, Dirty Tricks.
That's Stargirl trying to get into the front there. Bit of a pile up on the back. Skaters need to stay within 20 feet of each other to keep the pack, to keep themselves in the skating distance. If you're new to Derby, you may notice they get up as quickly as they can to rejoin the pack so that they are not out of play.
Tough Cookies call off the jam after notching another 2 points. Their lead grows to 8-0. 11-11 left in the game. I mean, left in the first. Make a wish.
Wish it cools off just a touch. I know how hot it will be later in the season, so I'm not gonna complain.
Hey, ooh, and it is the Scream Queens with their first lead jammer of the game.
Is that Ginger Snap?
No, it's Bella Blitz.
Oh, wow, look at that leap on the low.
And if you didn't know that was Bella
Incredible.
Blitz already, that apex jump will tell ya. Bella is an incredibly agile, wily skater. She's been skating for a long time. Probably longer than about 60-70% of our adult skaters would be my guess. Bella's been around.
Wow.
And she's through!
You know, I called Bella, but
yeah, you don't see her because she's not on this one.
Yeah, she's not on this lineup.
You should get mad at whoever made that list for you.
I don't know that she got called in the skate out. But she certainly made a name for herself right now in that jam. Getting the Scream Queens on the board.
I'm going to let you in on a little inside baseball. I'm the one who made the list for her. That's why that's funny. Ooh, and we got...
Well, I wouldn't say it to anyone else. You can only say it to yourself. That's another Derby rule, I'm sure.
All right, Sweet Baby Rage sitting for 2, count them, 2 directional block penalties in that last jam.
15 points in that jam. That is how you do it.
You can rack up as many penalties as you want. I mean, you shouldn't, but like you can get called for more than 1 penalty in a jam, but you only sit for 1.
You only sit for 1, but there are only so many before you sit outside the game for the rest of the bouts. So there is that to count.
Wensley Adams is out and lead for those Scream Queens. Cookies blocker still
having that Cookies jammer back. Very impressive. It's Wensley Adams, my apologies on that pun, slaying her way around this track.
Chemical X has gotten out, so yep, there it is. We were anticipating that call off from Wensley, and we got it.
What an incredible push the Scream Queens have just done here in this game.
Got 2 down for the Cookies, Jinx for a directional block, and the jammer.
Yes.
Ooh.
That is a Tough Cookies jammer down, which means the Scream Queens are on a
power play.
Hockey's coming out. We called it a power play. Sometimes we call it
power jam. You're right.
Jam.
I'm sorry. I've been watching a lot of hockey lately.
This is just hockey with bodies.
All right. So that means there's only 1 jammer on the floor. Only 1 team that can score, and that team is the Junior Scream Queens.
Looking for an inside line. 6,000 goes high. That's Ginger Snapped, making their way around the track, already out. The Scream Queens are going to try to slow down that pack to get space and time for Ginger Snap to come through. They're basically playing a game of tag, trying to slow the Tough Cookies down so that they have more time to score points as their jammer's coming through on a scoring pass and makes that way all the way through on the inside.
That's correct. After a pretty slow start, the Scream Queens are really pouring it on.
Yeah.
They've had at least 1 full pull for Ginger, and they've got plenty of time for more.
They sure do. I like that the Scream Queens gave you like 1 or 2 jams to be like, I don't know what this is going to be like. And now they're like, it's like this.
Oh, this is what points are. I love points. Let's have more points.
Points.
Ginger gets denied right at exit, but picked up at least 4 and maybe all 5 on that last run. We're going to have to wait for the word.
Quite a solid lead. 6 jams into this bout. $30 points to 10 points. Scream Queens over Tough Cookies.
Wow, that was a 15-point jam. Saw a lot of penalties called in that one, but I didn't quite catch them yet, so I'm going to find out about that and tell you all about it later. But for right now, the first and most important question to all of you is, do you like this? Is this fun? We're having a good time? Heck yeah!
Yeah, let them know. Let
And
them know.
if you know a girl between the ages of 7 and 17 who's looking for a challenge and wants to have some fun just like this, you should let them know. Tell them all about Junior Derby.
Junior Derby, we have a program that has a table outside for all the info you can go to and learn. 7 to 17, our Junior Dolls program. We also have skate camp coming up this summer, which is a wonderful way to get the entire Derby experience in a short period of time, all the way to a bout at the end of camp.
Yeah, that skate camp is traditionally in July, so keep your eyes on our social media. Go to derbydolls.com/join for all of the information on how you can be a part of this amazing program.
It is so much fun.
It is so much fun.
You watch athletes born within a week, going from I don't know how to put the skates on, I'm wearing my knee pads on my elbows, to I've just knocked over the tallest person I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's really, I cannot say enough about Junior Derby Camp. It pretty much rules. The whole league comes together.
Yeah.
They get exciting adult trainers. They get...
And it creates this next generation of skaters.
That's a big place that we get our new skaters every
Absolutely.
single year.
Fall in love with a skater, come do Derby Camp.
All right, we're back at it, and the cookies are going to have two in the box. Sitting down is Hell on Wheels and Hit and Hidden are both sitting for failure to reform.
Cookies are used to being in a box. Traditionally, that is how they are served. We got 214 for the Screen Queens all the way out. That's Alter Ego.
Those cookie blockers just trying to stick together to try to slow down Alter
Calls
Ego.
it off immediately.
Even though there's only 2 skaters out there, Alter Ego should have got 4 points on that jam. Because when you pass the first player, you get all the points that are in the box. Also, those are called ghost points.
Ooh, that's a fun fact.
Yeah. Usually Evil E does all the rules explaining. I just get to sit there and make dumb jokes. Calling juniors is much more work
Well,
for me.
I'm making you do more work for sure. Pointing out holes in your roster and your skate out. Just over here with a red pen.
I was like, this is subpar. This announcing is
It's called a
not-
power jam, Trixie. Trixie's only been at this sport for about 3 days, so we are pretty impressed with how quickly she's picked up the nuances of roller derby.
Slim Raper comes through with a full pull. Coming around for some more just as the cookies escape from the pack for the first time. Do you know Evil told me this week that I've been in this league for 17 years?
You've been in this league an entire skater's life.
I mean, for real, like some of these skaters were not born when I...
Not born yet.
Anyway,
Not
that
born
was
yet.
really mean of her and no one asked her to.
No, 17 is a great number.
Oh, man.
I'm at 15.
15?
Yeah.
That's,
It's
so
really
you're
long.
old too.
I am seasoned. Thank you very
Seasoned.
much. I'm seasoned meat, tenderized, and so soft. So soft.
We have the 20-year anniversary of the Derby Dolls coming up this October. There's going to be all kinds of special festivities.
It's incredible.
Welcoming people back after a long time away. It's going to be dope.
Yes. Do we skate the whole time?
I'm not skating. I don't
Get
know about
7
you.
forms of insurance before you come to the Derby reunion.
All right, 2 sitting for the Scream Queens, 1 sitting for the Tough Cookies. So it's a pretty depleted pack. Ooh, and one of those people sitting for the Scream Queens is the Jammer.
Oh.
You know what that means?
It does mean
Why don't
that the
you
cookies
say
are
it?
on a power jam.
Yeah, see, a power jam. That's the right word for that.
2 words, in fact.
Why do I invite you back?
I'm not sure why. Just really making sure I'm never invited again. It's the view. I'm high off this view, way up here in the announcer's booth. I'm getting so much more oxygen than you usually get down by the track from screaming. It's my lack of screaming. I think it's my announcer voice is causing me to lash out against you, Trixie, and I'm very sorry.
Well, the crowd is going absolutely gaga for Frida Brawlo. Lead Jammer, only Jammer for the Tough Cookies.
Look at Frida go.
Frida's got
all
a
the way
full
through
pull.
again. Gotta go. Trying to get around Ginger Snap. Not an easy task, and it's a wonderful obstruction over there by the Tough Cookies to get their jammer out.
Yeah, well, also, Frida pushed Ginger 20 feet ahead of the pack.
Yep.
You gotta stop.
Gotta let it go.
Time's running out on this jam.
Nothing but moxie from this skater. Give it up.
Moxie and 5 points.
Woo!
Tough Cookies cutting that lead down 44-13, under 5 minutes to go in the first. Stargirl sitting down for the Scream Queens for a low block. A low block is when you trip another player or you hit them at or below the knee, or sometimes it's just when you fall down and someone trips over you.
Yeah, it happens. It feels like it's not your fault, and yet it is. Don't forget your raffle tickets. You will be seeing people going around selling raffle tickets. We have some great raffle prizes that will be given out before the fourth quarter begins.
Oh, you do not want to miss out on this raffle. There's a Kiss Collector CD gift basket. There's 2 tickets to the Aquarium of the Pacific. There's a Magic Mixie's crystal ball. Have you ever seen one of these things?
No, I have not.
They're bonkers.
Now I'll enter the raffle.
And a gift bag of Derby Doll merch, so buy those tickets.
Yeah, that's great.
Fiercely contested pack here. Jammers just fighting to get out. Smaller Brawler meets number 203, Shreddy Mercury.
Back form, reform, still trying to keep the Scream Queens jammer behind. And it slows to a crawl. The Cookies got a very slow pack looking for their jammer to cut through.
Yeah, the Scream Queen jammer elected to go on defense there. Tries to wall it up in the back. Smaller Brawler's only really got one more to beat up there, and does it! And that's 5 points.
Just under 3 minutes left in this quarter. 44-18, the Scream Queens have blasted their way into this, well, this, would you say, this league? If it's their first time as a team, is this their league debut?
I suppose it is their league debut.
Huge, huge thing to be doing. Scream Queens on a power jam.
Power jam. That's what we got. Yeah, we're trading those power jams off. And Bella Blitz is out and through. Scream Queens working hard to tie up that pivot there at the back.
Definitely squishing the Cookies to the rail.
But Jinx is mixing it up. And there goes Bella. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. Cookies trying to speed up the pack and run the jam clock out. But they lost one in the infield. That's all it takes for Bella Blitz to cruise through on the inside. 6 seconds left in this jam. And the time runs out. Big jam for Bella Blitz and the Scream Queens.
Your first quarter break, don't forget to visit merch. Get your official Derby Dolls gear at our merch booth.
I see one of the coaches of the Junior Tough Cookies, Moulin Rouge, waving that challenge flag. That means that the Cookies didn't like one of the calls that they saw. Didn't like is probably too strong. They respectfully disagree.
They challenged.
Well,
it's a challenge. I mean, it's a forceful word.
It
has a
is.
flag. Nobody gracefully, politely flags.
Moulin Rouge gracefully, delightfully, lovingly flags. That indicates a penalty challenge. That means that coaches from both teams are going to go talk to head ref.
There's a
Gary
slight
Fisher.
displeasement on the infield that will be discussed to sweet.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Okay, I'd like you to read all this while I write them down.
It's a lot of numbers. We got number 10 with a DB. Directional block. 47 D. The same again, directional block. Number 512. Directional block. And I cannot read that very. Oh, challenge. That's what the challenge is on.
All right, so that was a lot of directional blocks, a lot of multiplayer blocks, and specifically a ton of penalties called on number 10, Jinx, for the Tough Cookies. You are only permitted 7 penalties. On your 7th penalty, you are ejected from the game. So It's been a little tough for me to check on this whiteboard. I've got Jinx at like 4 or 5 right now.
We are in the first
unofficially.
quarter.
That's a lot. That's a lot for one quarter.
That's a lot of penalties for one. There's only been 12 jams.
So I'm not sure what exactly they're challenging, but it might be that. That'd be my guess.
Yeah. Is a directional block going the wrong way on the track? Is that the fastest way to put it to a new person out here?
Exactly.
Flinging yourself in the wrong direction.
Once that first whistle blows, all the skaters have to take off in a counterclockwise. How long have I been doing this? I still can't tell counterclockwise.
You didn't know there would be a pop quiz today, Trixie, in your defense.
Counterclockwise direction. You can't stop. You can't take even a single step in the other direction. And if you do that while blocking, you get that directional block penalty.
You can't even wiggle.
We're going to take this opportunity to let you know, at the quarter break, there's so many cool vendors outside. I know it's hot, but you should go out there and check out what they've got going on.
You know what's nice about going outside and remembering it's a little warmer out there? It's cooler when you come back in here. You're grateful for the fans and the shade, and you, the fans, like the literal fans and the fans, all the fans, really big fans.
So some of the stuff we've got out there, Pretty Kitty, or I believe it's spelled Pretty Kitty. They have beanies, fingerless gloves, jewelry, shirts. Astral Escape is doing massages, $2 a minute or $30 for 20 minutes.
Well, that's a whole quarter. You could just be zenning out.
It would be amazing. Wow. Chiquex Rockerex are a music program for girls, trans youth, and gender expansive youth. They have a summer camp coming up. They will teach these kids to learn an instrument, learn vocals. In a week, you form a band and you perform. It's kind of amazing. You should go out there and see what they've got going on.
It's awesome.
Really cool. DIY Design Party, an online boutique selling handmade goods. They also have events where you can DIY your own totes and shirts, which is pretty cool.
Out there?
No, not there, but you can talk to them and say,
I
want to invite all of my friends on the group chat to come over and DIY their own shirts.
That's cool.
And yeah, they'll do it. Or you could have a kids' party.
Yeah.
It would be a fun party activity.
It's basically a program called Any Excuse to Party.
Exactly.
I like it. I like it.
And we've also got Shell's General Store with homemade, 100% homemade items, crafts. They've got an Etsy shop. They got all kinds of things. All right, so the call on the track stands.
Ooh.
All the penalties that they called, they're real penalties and they're gonna happen. But since 3 blockers got a penalty in that jam, they can't all sit at once, because then there'd only be 1 blocker, and we can't do that.
No.
So number 512, that's Ziggy Stardust, they are going to skate in this jam and sit in the next one, and that's how we do it.
That's how we do it. Thank you for letting me know that I was getting a call out from the audience. We are watching you out there, and we love you. Hello.
We also love everybody who's tuning in on YouTube. Hey, y'all. Thanks for making the time and joining us, if only virtually.
Trixie, when you said these are real and they will stand, it's the most parental I've heard you. These punishments are real and they will stand.
They will stand. You will sit in that penalty box.
Derby Dolls bouts are a great way to celebrate a party. Speaking of things you can do together as a group, it is always a fun time to come here with a group of friends, scream your heart out, watch someone or many someone's win. It's a fun way to spend a day. So if you're having fun here today, tell your friends, come on back, support us on social media, tell everyone where Vernon is, quite honestly, and that it's not a person, that it's a place.
Bring all your friends down to Vernon and Soto and have a look at the weird mural outside Farmer John's.
Yeah, it is. It's always changing. I like looking at the different equipment that you could buy next door to Farmer John's. It changes all the time. I don't know what they do, but they're gorgeous. There was a green one I wanted. It's the size of a living room.
Like tractors, or?
Some of them seem like they might be printing presses or saws. I don't know these things.
I don't know, but I like machines.
Yeah.
And I want to take them home.
That's right. 54 to 18. 54 points in the first quarter means this might be a very high-scoring game ahead of us. And quite an offensive only to one team, but offensive to one team game.
Looks like the enforcers are about to get us back on track, and indeed, here we go. Cookies down 2 blockers for this jam. Scream Queens with a full complement.
Is that what it's called?
A full complement.
I love it. After the Polite defense.
And they are off, and we are back at it. And boy, oh boy, Chublaka out of there, lickety-split. Tough Cookies, they got a full wall of 4 skaters to contend with.
C3PO making that look easy going on the inside.
Well, when you only have 2 blockers out there, Smaller Brawler and Ziggy are doing their very best to get their jammer out and to try to simultaneously stop C3PO from getting through.
That's right. Offense and defense at the same time.
It is a tall order, especially when you've got a reduced pack situation like this.
And you're on 8 wheels.
Yeah, the wheels don't help, I'll say that.
They don't. They slant this track. I don't know if you've noticed. The physics are bizarre.
But Chublaka's skating like she was born on the thing. And does an extremely subtle and stylish call off.
A very subtle call off. It was almost, if you don't mind, I think perhaps I'll stop skating now. For the points have been gotten.
20 points, that's fine for now,
Yeah, let's stop at
I
20,
suppose.
I suppose. Amazing. 20-point jam. Trixie, have you ever had a 20-point jam?
Personally?
Yes.
Like as a jammer? No.
No.
All right, we've got some penalties coming up, though, on the Scream Queens. Bella Blitz for a directional block. Above the shoulders there on somebody else.
I've never had a 20-point jam even when there were 0 blockers. There was just no one on the track. I don't think I could have gotten 20 points.
So the important news here is that this, once again, is a power jam because Chublaka got an above the shoulders penalty. And that means the Tough Cookies have a chance to come on back.
This is a forest of athletes up in front of this jammer, but she is not giving up.
Fight Night pushing so hard. Gets a
There,
very
Fight
tiny
Night
block.
is out.
Great
Fight Night-
assist from Mazzy Scar.
Only needs a tiny window for this huge athlete to make her way around the track.
Scream Queens trying to speed up the pack to run the timeout before Fight Night can rejoin. And they succeed. No points on that power jam. Excellent defense from a pretty reduced pack of Scream Queens. And that is our first quarter. Junior Scream Queens leading the Junior Tough Cookies 74-18. Go on out there and get those snacks and drinks, get your raffle tickets, and we will see you back here in 5 minutes.
See you soon. Have fun.
Welcome back, everybody, to this exciting roller derby action here in Doll Hall in beautiful Vernon, California, where the junior Scream Queens are leading the junior Tough Cookies 74-18.
That's not halftime.
That's not halftime.
That's the end of the first
Didn't I say
quarter.
that? Yeah.
It's impressive.
Did I say it was halftime?
No, you didn't. I'm saying,
Oh,
look
okay.
at that score. I'm sorry, I've really thrown Trixie off, and I have a lot of apologies to make. It's all my fault.
I
No,
just came
you're
out to
doing-
have a good time, and I'm honestly feeling so attacked right now.
You're doing everything right.
All right, so the Cookies have got some ground to make up for sure.
There is a lot of game left in this
There
bout,
is.
though. So
That's the thing.
this is the
There's a lot of
time.
game left in this game.
That's true.
The Scream Queens are kicking it off with two skaters in the box. Sweet Baby Rage takes immediate advantage of it, leaping out. I said leaping out to capture lead jammer.
Wow, it was
Grab
a nice
those
juke.
points.
Wow, right through there.
And just calls it off at the last possible second, preventing the Scream Queens from taking up any points. That's four for the Cookies, and that
No
is how
penalties.
you close these gaps.
That's right, and no penalties.
No
Everybody's
penalties.
Skating clean, Scream Queens skating clean.
Scream
Don't
Queen,
try it,
skating
Trixie.
clean. I did it. I am undeniable.
74-22.
That's right. But yeah, the story of the first half was the first quarter was very much the Scream Queens piling up huge jams. But if you need to come back, you do it just like the Cookies did it. They 4 points, new jam.
That's right.
Looks like this one's going bad. Call it off.
Call
new
it off.
jam.
Stay in control. Stay in control.
Yeah, and use every minute of the remaining 45 minutes in this game. Well, 42 and 15 seconds. See? Yeah, I can do math too.
I would not have attempted backward stopwatch math right now. I'm really impressed with you.
Thank you. The good news about backward stopwatch math is that no one else can do it either. So if I'm wrong, nobody knows.
There's an enormous pileup on the track, giving the Scream Queens time to come out in the lead jammer position. That's Evil Gretel.
Mazzy Scar escapes for the Cookies.
Looking to pick off some points from the Cookie skaters in the back. But the Cookies do have a jammer on the approach, so the Scream Queens call it off.
There you go, 4 points for the Scream Queens. In Junior Derby, the jams are split up by level, by experience level, age level. Skaters are only put up against skaters who are of about their own skill, so that you don't have the Bellas, the Chublakas who've been out here doing it for 10 years.
Making people cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is crying in roller derby, but usually out of joy.
Sometimes out of joy.
Sometimes. We got a race on the track here as 97 is trying to overcome 35 so that the Cookies can take the lead again.
Honeybee D calling it off for the Scream Queens. And once again, Moulin Rouge waving that flag.
A lot of writing, a lot of scribbling.
Nope, putting the flag away.
It does look like the Cookies have a jammer in the box.
They sure do. And that jammer's in the box for an arms penalty.
And directional blocking for 7-6-6-6 from the Scream Queens.
That's Hermione Danger with that directional block. So the Scream Queens only have 3 blockers, but they have a jammer, and that's more important, isn't it? And there goes that jammer, Shreddy Mercury!
Power play with Shreddy Mercury is already out, looking to score some points on this attack to the pack.
This is, again, one of our higher level, more experienced packs, so you're seeing some really great teamwork as Scream Queens try to control the pack speed, but also break up that cookie's wall so that Shreddy can come through.
Absolutely. You can see the cookies trying to keep not just keep themselves together as one unit, but to keep that pack just ahead of that jammer, so 203 does not score any more points.
And just at the right time, they pick one off. Shreddy gets through, picks up 1 point plus the ghost point in the box, and is hungry for more. You get a point in Derby when your hips pass, when the jammer's hips pass the hips of the other player, and once you're passed, you stay a point.
That's right. And how do we know that? We have 387 refs per bout, per jam, who watch everything. And there's a hip captain, and there's a knee captain.
No penalties
No
on
penalties
that
on
jam.
that one at all. It's an excellent defensive jam on that one, wouldn't you say? No.
Well, considering that they got like 1 million points off of it, I don't know. I thought they got more points than that. All right. Fortunately, that's why I'm not an enforcer. Cookies are out in lead. Glowing arrow escaping for the Scream Queens.
Number 17 is out. And Top Cookies call it off.
Is hell on wheels. And the Cookies getting back in that box.
Directional blocking from number 12 and above the shoulders for 16-0.
Hidden.
There it is, 1609, hidden, thank you.
So once again, the Cookies are down to just 2 blockers out there.
That is not easy.
But they're out
they
first.
did get out first. That means the Tough Cookies are in control of this jam. They're looking to score any point that they can. On the high side and calling it off.
Oftentimes what you'll see when you're down that many blockers is if you get out first, if your team gets out first, you just hit your hips and call it right off.
I know, but I think that they thought they could at least get 1 or 2 points.
Yep, sweet.
And,
They decided, let's believe in ourselves and let's believe in these blockers.
But a directional block for Chemical X.
He is in the box, and Cookies are once again down.
Did grab a point on that jam, though. 87-27. Just about 8.5 minutes left in this quarter.
1
in this
point
half.
better than no points.
It's true. Is 1 penalty better than no penalties? That's Derby math.
Scream Queens out. Number 46, Wensley Adams being hotly pursued by Jinx.
Trying to call it off. Loses position. Tough Cookies are in the lead, scoring points.
The problem with the call-off is they're not going to blow the whistle until the hands hit the hips.
That's right.
And Wensley seemed to lose footing going in.
Yeah, that's true. The skates must be on the track.
Now, I saw Coach Chada over on Scream Queens already waving that challenge flag.
I see.
Or possibly just fanning herself. I thought she was waving the challenge flag.
There is some fatigue.
Calling the track is 6 points for the Cookies. And as game executioner Hasselblack takes the track to call an official timeout, that gives us the opportunity to tell you about S1 helmets. S1 helmets, a symbol of protection, a bucket for your brain. Protecting the Derby Dolls since 2009, which is also a very long time.
It is a very long time.
If you've had your S1 helmet since 2009, it's time to get a new one.
It might be time for me to get a new one. We have a directional block being called out for, is that Ginger Snap?
That is Bella Litz sitting in the
Oh,
box.
it's the one I don't have on my list. I'm going to put it on here.
All right, you do that while I finish this ad read.
Okay.
The official helmet of the Derby Dolls. s-onestore.com.
There is a challenge on this penalty, by the way.
They could be challenging the directional block, but I suspect what they're challenging is the points, because I thought I heard a whistle go on the attempted call-off, but
Controversy.
play went on.
Play did go on.
So we're going to have to see what the enforcers say about it. Unfortunately, the only thing we usually get to hear is whether the call on the track stands or not, because there's only so much you can write on a whiteboard.
Yeah, until we have the instant replay that comes up here behind us. I'm looking forward.
Oh, wouldn't that be a dream?
Would be a dream.
This bout is brought to you by the Vernon Community Fund. The Vernon Community Fund provides charitable organizations to community-based organizations and governmental agencies in support of efforts to improve the quality of life, strengthen families, and affirm Vernon's ties with neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. Thank you, Vernon Community Fund.
And our next game is going to be May 20th. That is a doubleheader, the Junior Tough Fight Crew versus the Junior Screen Queens.
The Junior Tough Fight Crew.
That's what it says. I'm just reading
what
you wrote.
I didn't write that. That's not my fault.
Sorry. And then the adult will be Fight Crew versus Screen Queens. Screen Queens all over the place with the bouts these days. Tickets will be posted on our social media and website leading up to the games. Come on back, bring some friends, get your tickets early, because this is a sold-out bout, and tonight's bout is sold out as well.
Yeah, you gotta plan it. You gotta plan ahead.
You really do, especially when your favorite skater's gonna skate.
It's not a last-minute date. The Derby Dolls aren't sitting here waiting for you to call, waiting for you to come to a game. No, you've got to make that effort.
That's right. We follow the rules, but we don't play the rules. You know what I'm saying?
Officials are still talking it over. If you'd like to be an official, you can, and I really recommend it. They're a great group of folks, and it's a great way to get up close and really get an understanding of this fantastic game. Not to mention, frankly, everybody can use the help. So if you want to do that, go to derbydolls.com/join, and you can find out when the next enforcer orientation is. You don't have to know how to skate.
No, you just have to know how to go. No, that's not right. No, that's right.
Yeah. You needed a sense of right and wrong.
Justice must run through your veins. And you also I don't know, sometimes people not liking what you've said, and then you being like, I don't care, I've got the rules on my side.
That's right, it's me and the rules.
It's a very special kind of person who can wear the black and white.
And you can be one of them. You could also email refs@derbydolls.com for more details.
I'd like to give a thank you, along with everybody up here would like to give a thank you to all the volunteers to help make this league possible.
Thank you, volunteers.
Thank you, volunteers. 95% of all the staff you see here are volunteers. This is not a paid gig. This is, you pay in your heart and soul. You pay. You give.
Oh, you'll pay.
All of your time and maybe your marriage. The LA Derby Dolls are a nonprofit organization run by the skaters, referees, and those who love roller derby. And if that is you, come on down and volunteer. We always could use the help.
I hope that's all of you. I hope everybody here is having a fantastic time today. Who out here is cheering for the Scream Queens? And who here is cheering for the Tough Cookies? All right.
Scream Queens looking to score some new fans tonight, clearly, with the way that they have been playing.
I do think that the Tough Cookies fans have the edge right now.
They do have the edge, but they have the history and the legacy, is what I'm saying.
The legacy.
The legacy you can feel in a team is it's been around as long as the Tough Cookies. Scream Queens, they're starting their legacy tonight. I'm just saying. We have some.
The points stand. The points as called by the officials, they stand. Challenge lost.
How you feeling about that, Trixie? I feel like you had opinions.
My opinions don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's
they
the
matter
thing.
to me. They matter to me.
You ask me at halftime.
Speaking of, that's in about 7.5 minutes. Halftime is a time for you to replenish. If you tore any of your flesh off during the first half of the bout, screaming your ears off or your butts off, reflesh, get something to drink, hydrate. The elevation up here makes you say things you don't expect to come out of your mouth, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about, the two people staring at me.
Hey, somebody's calling me. Should I answer it?
Well,
I'm not going to answer
you do
that.
you.
But I am going to give you my opinion. I do think the enforcers were right. I think they made the right call because I didn't see the hands hit the hips.
I saw the hands near the hips, but I also saw skates up at the same time. Yeah.
If the hands don't hit the hips, you don't have a call off.
Yeah.
The spurious whistle was unfortunate, but it was right to continue play.
I agree. It felt very high at the kick rail.
And play does just that. We continue with this roller derby action, and the Cookies are out and lead.
Cookies are determined to narrow that lead that the Scream Queens currently have as much as possible before we at the end of this first half.
Hidden starts scoring the points. Full pull! All 5 points for Hidden. Lots of time left on this jam clock, 30 seconds to go. Cookies keeping this pack pretty nice and slow for their jammer, who runs into traffic at the rail, trying to nose their way through and does it.
Jumps through on the inside.
They are out with another 5 points. They're going to have their work cut out trying to catch this pack again before time runs out, but it's possible.
It is possible.
Oh, comes up just a little bit short, but takes home 10 points.
Fantastic work.
10 big points for the Cookies, brings it to 91-43.
We have an arms call for number 12, and we have low blocking for 9-9.
Yeah, that's Mazzy Scar and for Right Night 998. Yep.
Not Fright Night, you were right.
Shublaka out first, calls it, and that's that on that.
That was a fast one.
Yep. They do it so quick we don't really have time to even say what they're doing. That's okay. Some things are just to be experienced.
You don't even have time for a penalty on a jam like that.
They don't need to be commented on. Announcers are unnecessary to this process.
Just over 5 minutes left in this half.
I'm talking us out of a job. What am I doing? Paula, what's wrong with me?
Well, I don't think AI is going to be able to do what we're doing. I really don't. I know that AI can replace a lot, but this is a tough one to replace. Tough Cookies getting out in the lead jammer status.
As a large language model, I am unable to call a roller derby game.
Traditionally, roller derby jams. Oh. Calling off the jam.
Nice little tweak there right at the end of that attack by Jinx. Just trying to get her hips a little bit in front of one more person. Tick up one more point. 3 points for the Cookies on that jam.
And no penalties. Skating full of packs. Just over 4.5 minutes left in the half.
Love to give a shout out to Grant Palmer Photography.
Yay.
Been taking pictures of the dolls, both junior and senior, for years and years.
Gorgeous photos. Excellent work.
As 168, Betty Rumble has the lead for Scream Queens. Betty Rumble takes a tumble, and so does Jam Refs.
Some refs are in harm's way at all times. That is the case.
I thought it was more of a sympathy tumble, you know?
Making the Scream Queens nervous with the late call off, but perhaps just trying to get some time off the clock. That's also strategy when you have a lead.
Nobody in the box. We've got full packs. We've got 2 jammers. We've got 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in this half. We've got all kinds of cold beverages that you can sample during the, well, you can't sample them, you can buy them.
Yeah, sampling is
you can
not
sample
recommended.
Your friends. But you should get in and get on a piece of that. Drink something cold.
Sampling is a clever way to talk about not paying for a beverage.
What? I'm just
trying to
sampling.
sample. I learned this in Napa. We got the Tough Cookies.
Chemical X.
42's calling on the ground. but not on her skates.
Now, they exited the track. Their skates hit outside. If you fall on the track, you can call it off. But if your skates go outside and touch the infield, you got to get back on your skates before you can call it off.
Yeah, so they were trying Chemical X, trying their best, but was not in play. No penalties.
No penalties. I'm getting word from the chat room on YouTube that it's Voltron's birthday. Happy birthday, Volt!
Happy birthday, dear Voltron, who's trying to do a job here and would like us to stop.
I will never, ever stop.
And that was when AI replaced announcers. It was a very clear moment. AI would never ruin Voltron's birthday reffing.
Grease frightening lead jammer for the Cookies.
We're looking to put some points on top of this 49 with just 2 minutes left in the half.
VV Vroom having a tough time getting out of the pack. Gets introduced to the infield. Hello, infield. Bella Blitz does some introductions of her own for Grease Frightening.
Grease Frightening does have to come back in where they were knocked out.
That's right. If you improve your position while you're in the infield, you get a cutting penalty. It's not allowed. Can't do it. It's bad news.
Scream Queen's doing their best to keep that pack so slow.
Just 10 seconds left on the jam clock. And Grease Frightening calls her off. And that is good clock management. When you're behind, if nothing's happening, you're not getting any points, you don't stand any chance of getting out and time to score some more, call that thing off, get a fresh jam.
Try another one. Try again. It's really the one rule of roller derby. Oh, Trixie, help me.
Holla.
Do we have a directional block?
We sure do. Jinx is sitting for a directional block for the Cookies.
We also have one for 4 zeros. Is that what that is? And then a directional block for number 10.
All right, so the Scream Queens, that's Bella Blitz sitting down for that directional block.
It was Jinx.
Yeah, no, but well, for the Cookies. Oh, there goes
Look
the
at
Cookies!
that. Cookies got the lead. Hustling, just trying to stay in front.
Moulin Rouge really wanted that Cookies jammer to call it off.
Really did.
It can be
Lost
hard, that
lead.
communication.
It's hard to hear. There's a lot going on. The Scream Queens grab some more points before the end of this half.
Ginger Snap capitalizing on the communication issue. Steals lead jammer. Steals a handful of points. Breaking the century mark, 102 to 56.
Woof. Anyone's game. No penalties, full packs. What will probably be our last jam of this half.
I do expect this to be the last jam of the half. Though the game clock has run out, we're going to run this jam, and it will last for 60 seconds or until the lead jammer calls it off. Make some noise for your teams, y'all! Send them into halftime in style.
Now race to the end, and Scream Queens call it off, and you are at halftime.
Halftime. I don't have to wait for them to report the points because didn't nobody score none.
Get your raffle tickets, get your food, get your pie.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Doll Hollow, where the Scream Queens are leading the Tough Cookies 102 to 56. I'm Trixie Biscuit. I'm here with May Q Holla.
Hello.
And we are happy to be spending the afternoon with you fine people. I hope you are staying cool. I hope you are fanning yourselves and your neighbors vigorously.
How many quarters do you want to have in this half?
I was thinking that we'd go to 3.
3 quarters.
3 quarters in this half.
That's a good idea. And I think we should do 5 halves.
At least 5 halves.
If you stay all day and you watch the adult game tonight, you can get almost 5 halves.
That's a lot of halves. It's more halves than you'd expect. All right, we are kicking this one off with, it looks like full packs. Everybody's out there. Everybody came to play today. Whistle goes, and so do the jammers. Mazzy's car take it to the infield. That leaves number 522, Stargirl, your lead jammer for the Scream Queens.
Stargirl looking on the inside to cut through that pack very quickly and then calls it off. Takes a second to get those hands on hips. You're right, when you are spinning around inside, it is hard to find your hips.
It can be hard to find your hips.
Harder than you think.
I did talk it over with the enforcers at over the half, and they confirmed that the issue was whether the skater had gotten those hands on the hips. They agreed that she had not, so.
We are in an advantage angle up here.
Yeah, we can see stuff real good from up here. As long as it happens on this half of the track. If it's in turns 4 or 3 or 4, not so much.
Rely on other people. Tough Cookies out with a lead jammer right off the bat. That is.
Boom, the shove good.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Cookies had a lot of ground to make up after that first quarter, but they did it. They outscored. They outscored the Scream Queens 38 to 28 in the last quarter. They're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit if they want to catch them.
The Scream Queens seem pretty determined to stay a defensive pack, keeping that jammer back.
Yeah, that's a great wall up front. Good hustle from number 214, Alter Ego, to rejoin the wall up at the front. Cookies jammer finally decides that's going to be about enough of that, calls it off. It can be exhausting in the best of circumstances when you keep getting stopped, have to keep changing your point of attack, and worst of all, when you keep falling down and have to get back up.
And without any penalties, which is what we just had in that last jam. Probably the hardest part, the not getting penalties.
Oh, I thought you meant the getting up
No,
again.
the penalties are mostly instinct.
Yeah, you can't obey your instincts in this sport. Most of the things that you would do by instinct are illegal. Number 85 is out, Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis. Looking quick time, and the Scream Queens also get their jammer out. We'll see if the Tough Cookies can grab some points.
Gory
does it and calls it off right away. Nice work for Tough Cookies. Yeah, I think all your instincts are to put your arms out, to trip someone, to fall while taking other people. Every penalty is really...
Punch people in the head.
I'm just saying, we've got a couple of penalties on that one. We have an arms penalty and a low blocking penalty for 42 on a Tough Cookies.
That's right, Bella Blitz sitting for the Scream Queens for that arm. Chemical X for the Cookies, so each side, one side's gonna be down a blocker, but the Scream Queens are down a jammer.
Oh, you know what that means, Trixie.
Cookies fans, this is a power jam!
Cookies fans, give them some love. This is what you've been waiting for. There it is.
Hidden is out and has a lot of time. Cookies, number 12, Mazzy Scar, trying to hold Glow back. Glow escapes, but Mazzy acquires Glow one more time, keeping this pack slow. It's a game of pack definition.
Hidden.
Oh!
Hidden gets back into the track, onto the track, behind the, pushing on the inside. They are knocked to the infield more than once on this.
And another fantastic assist from number 12, Mazzy Scar, springing the Cookies jammer. Not a lot of time left. Can the Cookies come around and get some more points on this one?
4 seconds left. It would be very impressive if they could.
Unable to convert, but A great, great power jam.
Absolutely.
5 points. 5 points for the Tough Cookies.
It's taking it to 106.69 here, just over 10 minutes left in this quarter. We have some penalties. We have a low blocking and an arms penalty on 6th.
Yeah, that's arms on
Yeah,
Ginger
Ginger
Snap.
snapped, yes.
Ooh, Cookies out fast. It just goes to what I was saying about your instincts. An arms penalty, you can't reach out and grab someone. You can't hit them with your arm. You can only do it with your shoulder and your side and parts like that.
Yeah, you can't Red Rover people right into your arms. Also an instinct. That's right, Trixie. That is grease frightening.
Red Rover, let Grease Frightening come over. Breaks through the wall. Does it again. Wall
Gets
reforms,
that pack
but
out of play, gets back up and is on their feet. Grease Lightning going for another round. Calling it off before losing power position.
10 points. 10 points for Grease Frightening and the Tough Cookies.
Impressive 10.
And what do I see but a Scream Queens jammer in the box for a low block.
Yeah, low block.
Cookies fans, you're getting another power jam.
I don't know who did some sort of magic spell for the Tough Cookies, but it's working for you. It's working for you. Congratulate yourself.
The sparkle dust is a-flying.
Just over 9 minutes left. And there goes the whistle.
This is exactly the sort of thing that the Cookies need to try to close this gap. Oof.
Unstoppable.
Rage shakes off a hit like it was just absolutely nothing.
Is that Sweet Baby Rage?
Yes, indeed. But the Cookies are going to have to grab one of these Scream Queens. And there's the opportunity.
Rage looking for a friendly side. Runs right past that pack, scoring some more points.
Bella Blitz trying to collect everybody, get the pack going fast. Angel of Death comes up to engage. Cookies starting to chip away at that big blue wall, but the speed is still going strong.
They do have some time on the clock in this jam and finds some more points.
Rage got all the points, but also got taken to the rail hard to close out this power jam.
We got an arms penalty.
Strong, strong jamming from Sweet Baby Rage, but some fierce blocking too.
An arms penalty for Chewbacca and above the shoulders.
That's right, so 2 blockers down for the Scream Queens, but they do get their jammer back.
That is helpful for them.
That's good news if you're wearing blue. You want a jammer.
106-89. Look how quickly the Tough Cookies put some points on the board in this half.
You just can't give away those power jams, Hala.
Out with a bullet, number 17. Jam's got a bit of a cookie pileup.
Dirty Tricks with a good chance to pick up some more points. Gets 1, plus all of the ones in the box.
Tricks calls it off.
Forced to call it off before Tricks could collect the whole set.
Absolutely, heard something from their pivot and obeyed immediately.
4 points for the Cookies, and they are knocking on 100 here.
That is super impressive, 106-93. We have just about 7 minutes left in this quarter. We have a directional block penalty.
Yep, that was on Betty Rumble. Betty Rumble sitting it out, thinking it over, wondering where it all went wrong.
Cookies looking fast on their feet, and they are not stopping. Number 74 is out.
Tough Cookies absolutely on a mission here in the third quarter.
Furious George looking to make some more points, hit that 100 if they can. Seeing a wall and just stomping through it. Calling off the jam before anybody else can get involved.
Yeah, you know, I heard those directions from the bench. Call it, but boy, that jammer didn't want to call it. I can get one more.
Furious was determined, yes. We have an arms penalty for number 97.
That's Greased Frightening on the cookies. Greased Frightening sitting down. The cookies looking very charged up.
Oh,
They've
really
brought
an
it to
impressive
wow.
work here with the tough cookies. On fire, like they're making s'mores.
It was a 46-point deficit. It's now a 9-point deficit.
Look at the speed. This jammer race, the cookies are not kidding around coming up after the screen creams. Will anybody get a point in? Wow.
Boy, and that's the geometry of the track.
So good. That was physics.
And it's also, it's Chewbacca's great experience knowing the path to take on the track that's going to get her through that pack the quickest.
And cleanly, absolutely no penalties in that jam.
Chewbacca clearly did not want to call that off without getting points. And I'm going to tell you, I think the cookies probably could have stole some had they taken the inside line through the turn, because it's a lot shorter.
I'm just saying, that's the jam that makes you want to play roller derby right there. Watching that happen. Tough cookies are out and caught it off very quickly.
You just cannot discount the experience that
that's true.
Chewbacca has.
That's why we were saying experience. That's legacy, Trixie.
Legacy.
The power of it.
What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden that you'll never live to see.
Oh man, we're getting deep in the garden.
We're just quoting Hamilton.
110 to 97, and just 4.5 minutes left in this quarter. Scream Queen's out right away. That is Shreddy Mercury. Looking to keep that lead a little further, make that lead a little bit higher. Falling on the inside to the infield, reset.
I see birthday ref Voltron calling a back block there. I think the cookies may have another power jam coming up if they play their cards right. But you know what you do when you make a penalty as a jammer? You make the most of it. You get back up just like Shreddy did, and you try to make it count. Get as many points as you can on this jam.
Yeah. And 6 points to the Scream Queens on that one, which is, there's a directional block.
That is that back block I was talking about. Shreddy Mercury sitting down. This is a power jam for the Tough Cookies.
Oh, will the Tough Cookies make this lead go away for the Scream Queens? They're on a power jam.
The power jam. This is just what they want, and this is just when they want it. But first, they're going to have to escape this pack, and I don't think the blockers want to let them.
These Scream Queens are everywhere.
Wow. But they weren't on the inside line, and that's just where number 88, Sweet Baby Rage, takes it. And now it is Getaway Come Closer as the cookies try to slow down the pack and the Scream Queens try to speed it up. Oh my goodness!
You felt it, and we heard you feel it, and we felt you hearing it.
I know I'm supposed to be calling this, but it's just so exciting.
There is a lot going on at once. The minute you say one thing that's happening, the next thing has happened. Like, words aren't able to go as quickly as that pack was going.
That was a thrilling jam. Offensively, defensively, those skaters putting it all out there on the track. And 5 points for the Tough Cookies. They've broken the century mark. It is 102 to 116.
The directional block for Chewbacca.
Chewbacca sitting down.
Look at that, out front, your cookies, let them hear it.
The crowd going absolutely
They've broken
wild.
102. How many points are we gonna get on this jam?
Frida Bralo making her way around the track as number 1609, Hidden, just pins.
Tough stuff coming through. Finding a friendly and going hard. But stopped at the top at the kick rail.
Hey, you're not allowed to stop, Paula.
Well, How about it was a slow ease to the top?
And
She
Frida's
got
through.
her points. They are. Her team has some words, and she follows them. She calls it off all the way to the floor, leaving it all on the track. That's what it looks like. Come play roller derby.
No one has ever called off a jam harder than Moulin Rouge. Just called it off from the Tough Cookies bench.
Then she threw it off, and then she left it there.
1:16, 1:07, 42 seconds left in the third. Hey, don't go anywhere at the end of the third. We're gonna have that raffle. Get your last chance tickets and pull them out in just about a minute's time. We're gonna see who's gonna win these fantastic raffle prizes.
That's right. You know you want to go to the Aquarium of the Pacific.
I wanna go to the Aquarium of the Pacific.
You know you want to Kiss Collector's CD gift back.
I wanna kiss who?
A Kiss Collector's CD gift basket is a vocal warm-up that some people do. I learned it at Juilliard. And you can get a gift bag of Derby Doll merch, or apparently Trixie can't stop talking about Magic Mixie's crystal ball.
Magic Mixie's crystal
What
ball.
is this
You
voodoo?
wave a thing
Is
and it
that
makes
how come the
mists.
cookies made so many points in just one quarter?
There's a little doll that comes up and the doll goes beep and lights up. You need to see these things. Oh, I can't read all that. That's too many
That is
penalties.
a lot of penalties. We
Oh,
have,
man.
my goodness, we've got a back blocking and a directional blocking for the Tough Cookies. We've got a directional blocking, something in the middle there, and what's that middle one? It's an arms?
Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta let them go.
Sometimes you just
It's
have
a lot of
penalties.
There's hardly any skaters
Wait,
out there.
this is, I mean, if,
And we're gonna take a little break here for a medical check.
that's right.
And let's have a big hand for Skate White Shark. And thank you also to our doll repair team. Doll repair team keeping these skaters safe. We try to keep everybody as safe as possible, but it is a contact sport and, you know, sometimes stuff happens. So it's nice to
Sometimes.
know that we've got professional folks out here.
It sometimes has an asterisk, and when you look at the bottom, it says usually.
All right, so having just ended that jam, and we just found out that she's okay, which is great news, but now Skate White Shark is in the box, which is not so great news for the Scream Queens.
Oh, because that was your jammer, so this is going to put the Tough Cookies on. What?
I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm gonna wait until it's an exciting moment, but y'all have to get ready. Cookies fans have to get ready and
They should
just go
say it.
absolutely freaking crazy. Tough Cookies fans, this is gonna be a power jam!
Power jam!
We got 5 seconds left on the game
Oh my
clock
gosh,
for
they
this
could
quarter.
tie it up and or get the lead right now. This is exciting.
This is gonna go the full 60 or until the Cookies jammer, the only jammer on the floor, calls it off. Cookies need 8 to tie, 9 to go ahead. But the Scream Queens, the defense has been so
know.
strong,
Very
especially in the
solid.
power jams.
Very sturdy.
There goes the whistle.
Wow!
Oh, Rage
Got
just
pulled
puts
out.
1 foot in the infield and has to reset behind the pack. That has cost the Cookies the quick exit that they needed.
There you go.
But the crowd does not care.
Out and out.
Rage is out now and is out here to do business. When the pack is split, both teams have to bring it back together. The ones in front have to slow down. The ones in back have to speed up.
Wow, look at that. Wallace
Rage
Scream
grabs
Queen's
a
trying to
couple.
keep her.
And just as I suspected, boy, that wall's so strong.
They were able to push it high enough for their jammer to get through on the low.
Rage does not have a lot of time for another scoring pass. And that is that on that jam. Third quarter is in the books. And they're calling 5 points. 5 points for the cookies. It is 116 to 113.
Extremely impressive.
All right, everybody, get those raffle tickets out. It's time to see who's a winner.
Okay, so we have the winners of the raffle. Did it go out?
Yeah, here you go. You got it.
Okay, so winner number 1 with the Kiss Collectors CD gift basket. The number is 756435. Yes, 756435. The winner for 2 tickets to the Aquarium of the Pacific.
Wait until do you have a winner?
Did we have a winner for the first? Yeah. Did we have a winner for the first prize? Yes, we do. Okay, winner for the second prize, we have 756237. Yes, 756237.
That's 2 tickets to the Aquarium of the Pacific for the person with that number. What was that number one more time?
756237.
If you are holding that ticket, yeah, make some noise. Is that you, sir, or are you just happy?
Okay, winner number 3 for Magic Mix's Crystal Ball. We have 756356. Again, 756356.
You're really gonna want this prize. I looked at it on YouTube. They're absolutely buck wild. They're crazy looking. You won it! Great, come on down! Oh, that's fantastic. You are gonna love this thing. It's nuts. All right, we've got one more prize to go.
First prize, they're down there.
It's gonna be a gift bag of Derby doll merch. And we're just kind of like getting a little more suspense here so that y'all get a little bit more excited about getting this exciting Derby doll merch. Now that's excited.
Okay, so the last one with a gift bag of Derby doll merch. You got 756423. Again, 756423.
Who's our lucky winner? That's you!
We got all of our winners.
Fantastic. Come on down. Thanks, everybody, for participating in the raffle. Thank you, raffle team, for making this happen, and to all of our sponsors for donating these fantastic gifts.
Congratulations to all the winners and all the losers of the raffle today. You still supported the roller derby league known as the LA Derby Dolls. That makes you a winner for life. Here we go.
Welcome back to the fourth and final quarter of exciting roller derby action. We're starting it off with two junior scream queens in the box.
And then the cookies, you've got a directional block for number 42.
The cookies put on an absolute rager of a comeback in the third.
Basically a new game here. Anybody's bout.
Outscoring the Scream Queens 57-14, bringing the game to within 3.
I was saying to Trixie, whoever gave the Tough Cookies their halftime pep talk should, do that professionally.
Right for Ted Lasso. If Brett Goldstein's in the audience, you need to talk to Brendan Hunt, get in touch. All right, but it is the Scream Queens out in lead, and it's the Scream Queens picking up the points right now. Betty Rumble attacks the pack.
Jammer Tangle on the inside.
Yeah, a little slow to get up, but it's hot.
Man.
They've been skating a long time.
This is the point when exhaustion will hit you with each hit. Like, it's more than just getting knocked around now.
Well, and it's really important, too, because not just for player safety, but for penalties. The more tired you are, the skating gets a little bit looser, and that's when you can start getting, giving away power jams, which is exactly what neither team wants to do in this fourth quarter.
And here, speaking of penalties, get ready. For the Screen Queens, it looks like we have 3. We have an above the shoulders, and a failure to reform, and a back blocking.
Yeah, that
for
critical one is the back block on Betty Rumble. Betty was the jammer. She's sitting down.
Yep.
Tough Cookies fans, this is once again a power jam.
Power jam.
121 to 113. Definitely looking. The Cookies are looking to narrow that lead once again.
Bella Blitz all over the shop, as is Chublaka. There's only 2 blue blockers, but you'd never know it from the fierceness that they're putting on up there.
It is true. They are keeping her on her skates. She is out.
Jinx just barely manages to keep a step ahead of Chublaka and finally gets that clean exit. But they're going to have to catch this pack in order to get some points. A very good hit to the infield.
To the infield, that's right.
Yep.
Allowing that cookie to get through.
Bella was forced to reset all the way behind the pack to avoid a cut, which is exactly what Jinx is doing now. I cannot imagine which 2 blockers I'd rather have on my side right now if I'm a Scream Queen and I can only have 2 in a power jam. Then Bella Blitz and Chublaka holding the Cookies to just 4. Outstanding defensive work
there.
That was a huge defensive effort by the Scream Queens. Cookies tick up 4 points, 117 to 121. And if you're wearing blue, you gotta feel good about what you just saw.
Oh boy, here we go.
Not so good about this part.
That was very fast. I can't read them all to you. Let's just say there were a lot of penalties.
Bella Blitz picks up Bella's 7th penalty. I see a challenge flag coming out, so I believe these penalties are going to be challenged.
Yes, because at this rate, like you were saying, once we're in penalty numbers this high, ejections can begin. And when you have a game this tight, you don't really want to lose any skater at this point. You need everybody.
No, you need every single person just because it is tiring to skate jam after jam. And like I said, it's hot. The refs are keeping a really good pace on the game, taking extra breaks when it gets too hot for the skaters. But
I didn't know that. That's great. That's really thoughtful.
So we always have skaters say we have no words in our mouths and our tongues do not work. But the enforcers do always have skater safety in mind. We're going to take a little shout out here to Rage. Shout out to Rage from Grim. Love you, miss you.
Yay.
Grim Burton in Chicago studying art. Used to be a skater here. What an amazing skater. And her sister's still here, carrying the torch for the fam.
Whether you want to skate roller derby for fun or prepare for fresh meat, Derby Por Vida is the place for you.
Fun? Why would I want that?
Well, sometimes you go to the doctor and you learn you're missing fun. Just fun.
You've got a terrible fun deficiency.
Yeah, it's not good. It's fun is fundamental. It's right in there.
Oh, no. They don't say that, do they?
No, I just said that.
Oh, okay.
TM me. Here come the penalties. Over on the cookie side, we have a directional block for number 97, but it's the Scream Queens who have challenged an ejection.
That's right, a directional block on Bella, but which is kind of not that big a penalty, but you're not allowed to do it, and B, it was Bella's 7th.
Arms for Chublaka.
I'm sure that is what they are challenging here because they don't want to lose. Bella blitz. Bella and Chublaka both doing such amazing defensive work, but the problem with being the only 2 blockers is you try to put it all on your own back, you're probably going to get some penalties.
Yeah, you literally have a lot of people on your back. It's very difficult to be clean at that level of engagement.
So the enforcers are going to talk it over. They're going to say what they saw. They're going to explain their findings to both teams.
And then they'll let you know.
And then the call of the track will stand 99 times out of 100. Because guess what? We don't have instant replay. So sometimes someone does see something definitively, but oftentimes it's, the call stands because that's what they saw. What's the word? Challenge is lost. The call on the track stands. And it is good night and good luck to Bella Blitz. Oh, you hate to see that. Bella has had such a great game for the Scream Queens, just been a defensive and offensive force.
Yeah, Bella will be leaving this track with the helmet held high for an incredible bout.
But for the remaining Scream Queens and the Tough Cookies, it's right back to work. 12 minutes left in the game, 121 to 117. Scream Queens holding on to that lead. But the cookies are breathing right down their necks, and it's too hot to have somebody breathing right down your neck. I'll tell you that for nothing.
You're gonna have to pace yourself, Trixie, because I know how hot it's gonna get in here. This is spring break comparatively. Screen Queens already out with a cookie right on her butt.
Wensley Adams lead for the Scream Queens.
Calls it before the cookies can catch up.
Absolute textbook. That little 2 wall in the back for the Scream Queens, holding just one blocker for the cookies, but that was enough for the Scream Queens to get a point, get 2 points, and call it off.
1, 2, 3. That's my lucky number for the Scream Queens right now, and 117 for the Tough Cookies.
Yeah, the name of the game right now for the Scream Queens is prevent. It's score as many points as you can, but don't let the cookies score any if you can help it.
Yeah, run out the clock too.
11-11 left to go in this game. I'm so glad that Hassel blew that whistle. Sometimes when the silence gets too long, I'm afraid to say anything.
Well, it just feels like everybody's taking a breath because it really still is anyone's bout at this point. Just under 11 minutes left in this game.
Evil Gretel lead for the Scream Queens.
And the Tough Cookies are making it tough for the Scream Queens to sit easy here on a throne.
Gretel picks them all up, calls it off before the cookies can catch up with the pack. Smart jamming.
4 points.
Just the exact kind of derby that the Scream Queens want to be playing right now. And most of all, clean on both sides. No team wants to give away even so much as a blocker at this point, but definitely not a jammer. The tension builds.
The tension. The stakes are very high.
But part of the tension here is what I was telling you about. Generally in the game, you have 30 seconds to get everybody on the track and ready for the jam. But once they're up there and ready, the jam takes off. Because of the heat, they may be holding the jam for the full 30.
Oh, I see.
Before kicking it off. There goes the Scream Queens.
Alter Ego, out and about.
Alter Ego, they've been having a pretty solid game today.
Yeah.
Been seeing them get out of pack after pack. Chiblaco once again anchoring the defense and offense in back, trying to open up that friendly, and does. And once again, Alter Ego picking up a couple, calling it off, and keeping the cookies out of their kitchen.
Do have a penalty, it looks like, for the Scream Queens. That is cutting the track for number 35.
Number 36, Slim Reaper. Slim Reaper sitting down for that track cut.
That was a 6 with aspirations to be a 5, if I'm being honest with the handwriting there.
Looked like a little friendly fire. Scream Queen on Scream Queen. And Jinx makes the most of it. Cookies are out in lead, finding gory escapes for the Scream Queens.
Just under 9 minutes left in this game.
Great White Shark saw Jinx a-coming. Jinx gets back on the track, picks up, looked like 2 to me. We're gonna find out what the official people say, 3. It's either 3 points or that ref loves us.
Yeah, bringing it, it's a 9-point game right now with 8.5 minutes left to go.
Scream Queens down 1 blocker.
Yes, for directional blocking.
That Skate White Shark sitting down. For going the wrong way, you can't go the wrong way.
Well, I mean, it seemed right at the time.
It felt so right, but it was so wrong.
Just sometimes it was a little wrong. Tough Cookies making fast break. Oh, I'm almost cheering into a microphone. You're not supposed to do that, but that was very cool. Cutting through the inside.
Number 17, Dirty Tricks. Yeah, it looked like they had Tricks up high, and then she just swooped down low.
The tenacity on those skates, cutting through. Like there's no one else on the track.
Just slalomed those blockers.
Absolutely loving it.
And this is a place actually where a smaller skater can have an advantage over taller skaters.
Absolutely. A tower cannot find the little tennis ball.
Whoa, what?
Just like this.
No, I want to hear that again.
Hey, also, the smaller you are.
Oh my goodness! Dirty Tricks through one more time and calls it off.
An impressive amount of skating that will result in a lead change.
That was 10
The
points.
Top Cookies are now in the lead. That's right. And we have a 1-point game with just over 7 minutes left.
And we've got a timeout.
That's called cooling.
Yeah, everybody's gonna cool it off right now.
Do have some penalties for the Tough Cookies. And above the shoulders and a directional blocking.
All right, so they're sitting down. They're going to talk it over and see how it goes. And I just want to tell you one more time to thank everybody who makes these games happen, to thank our medical staff, the rad crew, holding it down. Mr. Chada, as always. Jesus, who was holding it down earlier but had to leave because she's just got to skate a game later. They make it possible for you to hear us. They make everything you see happen except for the skating part. And they make it possible for our folks on YouTube to join in on the game from afar. Thanks to everybody on the social media. Keep your eyes on our social media because as soon as tickets are announced for that next game coming up, you're going to want to grab those.
Yeah, it's May 20th. It's coming up fast.
We have to thank the Derby Doll Army and the Track Monkeys. They come out, they keep that track in condition. It turns out when skaters run into stuff and fall on stuff and hit stuff over and over and over again, it can loosen some screws.
Yes.
It can, break some kick rails, so they come out here and keep it all in trim.
A lifetime on your hips. That's definitely what I'm feeling these days.
And of course, thank you to all of the parents, the families, the loved ones who bring these skaters to practice every single week, who come out and cheer them on. There is no derby without you too.
Trixie, I just looked at you like, was that okay? And Trixie looked at me like, I don't know.
Well, the thing is that if a skater goes out of play, you can cut them.
Okay, because that was quite a cut.
Yeah,
That was a lot of infield.
But I mean, like Chewbacca's been skater longer than me at this point.
yeah.
So if she said it was okay, it probably was.
Gonna assume they know what they're doing.
But it is too bad that like there isn't a video part of this broadcast because both of us just looked at each other like, what?
That was apex to apex. I've never really seen something like that before.
And the cookies don't like it. I see a challenge flag out there. The cookies jammer is at the bench, so that's probably what they're challenging.
Yeah, we do have a couple of penalties coming up.
But we'll find out what those are in a little bit. When we get to that last jam, we'd love you all to be ready to come on down and give your favorite skaters a well-deserved high five, but please wait until we know for sure that the game is over.
It's true. We do keep it very nail-bitey at the end.
Here we go. Greased Frightening was called for a track cut. Greased Frightening, the cookies jammer, and so the cookies are challenging that call.
And it's a low blocking for the Screen Queens.
Yeah, Scream Queens would be down a blocker, but their jammer, they would still have a jammer, and the cookies just don't want to give away that power jam. Right now, lead is with the Scream Queens, 133 to 130.
We didn't shout that lead change, but that is one that if you were here for the inaugural game of the Scream Queens, that was your first lead change for
That's
the Scream
true.
Queens.
That's
I
a
mean,
good
a lot of history here tonight, Trixie.
Second lead change, because the cookies one had 8 points to start with.
Oh, that's right. You're very good at this.
History in the
She's a
making.
history buff.
I'm an expert. I'm kind of an expert on the Scream Queens' storied history of, almost 4 whole quarters of roller
I
derby.
suppose so. You've been here through it all from the beginning.
Through thick
You're a
and thin.
legend. You are a living legend of Scream Queens history. Go
I
find
have-
out from Trixie, they say.
I have watched all 133 of their points be scored personally.
Not everybody can say that. I bet everybody
true.
here can.
Unless they went to
shared
the bathroom
history.
at some point.
Yes, that's
In
true.
that case,
You
well,
were literally right here.
you missed out.
the eye
The
in the
points
sky.
you missed were the really good ones. Look at me gatekeeping points. That's so rude. All right, so the enforcers are talking it over. They have come to a decision. Head ref Scary Fisher is sharing it. One coach will be happy, one coach will be sad.
I'm sure it's
One-
fine that I don't see my child anymore. I'm sure that's fine.
They're out there someplace.
I see my child's friend, but not my child.
And that
that's-
challenge is lost. The call on the track stands.
I think you said that would happen.
I didn't say it this time, but I think it every time.
You sort of said. You kind of just sort of blanketed it.
All right, that's official call, and the track is standing. Cookies will be sitting. Their jammer and Scream Queens, you are going to have yourselves a power play.
Power jam.
Power jam.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, it's the NHL playoffs.
Very exciting
Power
hockey
play.
times as well. It's the inaugural hockeys.
I can't believe I've gotten that wrong.
6.5 minutes left in this game. It is a 3-point game with the Scream Queens on a power jam.
This is a huge jam for both teams.
And the Cookies are not going to make it easy for this power jam.
Finding Gord going to the front, trying to open it up for Alter Ego. And there goes Alter Ego. 38 seconds left on the jam clock.
The Cookies are going to try to keep that pack way in the lead in a race.
Sweet Baby Range skating backwards, directing the crew, trying to keep them all together, but keep them fast. Refs call split pack. Everybody has to reconvene. And as Alter Ego enters the pack, gets 1 and 2, well, 3 including the ghost point, and they're through! That's a full pull for the Scream Queens with not enough time left. Scream Queens call it off. And that's 5 points for the Scream Queens. is Hell on Wheels, takes a seat for the cookies for failure to reform. They're down a blocker, but we've got jammers on both sides. Ginger snapped for the Scream Queens, gets out his lead.
The Cookies jammer is trying to get out of that pack still.
Yeah, Hidden just isn't finding that last step that they need in order to get past. They push her out to 20 feet. Evil Gretel's got to let her go.
Oh, look at that obstruction. That cookie is tough. I'm so impressed right now.
That was a very impressive effort by Fright Night.
Fierce. Absolutely fierce.
Sacrificing the body to get into position on
fearless.
a much larger skater.
And proving your point that the smallest skater on the track is often the mightiest.
Yeah, because once a skater gets in front of you, you can't hit them from behind.
No.
That's that on that.
And if they barely clear your knees, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
the whole person is a penalty.
Your legal targets are very small and very hard to reach. But the Scream Queens are out and lead. Jammer battle, jammer battle. I suppose a quarter track is not. Oh, big apex job!
Leaping that apex and then calling it off. Scream Queens are not wanting to give up this lead at all. 145 to 130.
Hermione Danger very excited on that bench. As well she might be. Because that was a cool
3.5 minutes
apex
left in
jump.
this game. 15 points separate these two teams. We're making Scream Queens history one way or the other.
That's true. So far they are undefeated.
There are the Cookies.
Rage out of lead for the Cookies, hotly pursued by number 46, Wensley Adams.
Cookies looking to see if they can grab any points.
Peck at a virtual standstill. Wensley calling it off at the last second, picks up 2.
Two for both sides. 147, 132.
It's the thing, and it goes back to the track geometry. If you take that high road, the jammer behind you has got some time because you've picked the longer path.
Yeah, it's going to give you a little boost as you come on the inside, too.
Mazzy Scar unable to stop Evil Gretel.
2:20 left in this game.
Both jammers out.
Cookies hoping to keep that jammer back. Cookies jammer makes their way through.
Ooh. I believe every person on that bench was yelling, "Call it."
I heard your heart yelling, "Call it." Oh, grabbing some points there.
The Scream Queens do call it off after 4 points, but the Cookies steal 3, 151, 135.
Did they steal them or did they earn them? Under
2 minutes to go in this game either way. One blocker from each team sitting for a low block. So it's 3-on-3 in the blocker box. 2 jammers. And Scream Queens in the lead.
But Tough Cookies right behind.
Clock's running out on them, though.
Yeah, we are getting to the, wow, that was a nice clean inside left for that Scream Queen jammer to slide right through and grab those points before calling it off.
Fantastic
We are just
defense.
over a minute left in this game.
Freddie Mercury assisting, holding open a big wide inside line.
I found my child. If anyone was following that legacy, I've just seen my child run out of this building again.
So it's a cliffhanger ending for you and your kid.
That's parenting. That's right, making some noise for the Tough Cookies. This is a jammer race to the end here. 39 seconds left in this bout. Will the Cookies score some points? This jam is still in play, and then the Cookies call it off.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Rage tried to call it, didn't call it in time. Chublaka came through fast, nailed her own player. They both went down. You're allowed to hit your own player. That's not a penalty.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
But it gave Rage the chance to regain lead jammer, get
We
a
have
couple more.
directional block there for Scream Queens.
Yep, Skate White Shark sitting down, 155 to 135. Woo. This could be our last jam of the game, y'all.
And if it's another 20-point jam, it could happen. It's already happened once.
Scream Queens changing who's wearing the star. Fright Night passes it off, rejoins the blockers in the box. Now, since this is our last jam, if the team that has the most points at the end of this jam skates clean, the game is over.
Out for the cookies.
If the team that's in the lead has a penalty and the other team skates clean, we're gonna have one more jam. So after the refs report points, the enforcers are all gonna talk it over, and they will indicate either one more jam or it's the end of the game.
We do love a dramatic ending here at roller derby, and you are seeing one right now.
Scream Queen's jammer is out, but the cookies have scored all their points and called it off. So stand by.
I'm feeling emotional, Trixie.
I am too.
I mean,
this has been such an exciting game.
Such an exciting game. Tough Cookies putting 4 points on there here at the end, 143, 157 for the Scream Queens in their inaugural bout.
I see no penalties on the whiteboard. Scary Fisher has the call. And that's your game! The Scream Queens take it 157 to 143 in a storybook ending for their first ever game. Give it up for Honey BB, Slim Reaper, Wensley Adams, Glowing Arrow, Betty Rumble, Shreddy Mercury, Alter Ego, Fighting Gory, Stargirl, Evil Gretel, Jurassic Punk, Vivi Vroom, Ginger Snapped, Hermione Danger, Skate White Shark, Chublaka, and Bella Blitz. Coaches Ice Creamer and Shata, your victorious Scream Queens!
They've only played once and they won. That is stats you can't beat. 100% success rate for the Scream Queens. And your Tough Cookies, don't forget to give them a high five and a thank you and a oh my goodness. You got Mazzy Scar, Dirty Tricks, Hell on Wheels, Chemical X, Furious George, Aurora, Gore, Alice, Sweet Baby Rage, Grease Frightening Fright Night, Angel of Death, Hidden, Frida Bravo, Ziggy Stardust, Jinx, Smaller Brawler, Luna Shove Good, and Macaroni not skating today. We got Moulin Rouge and Jezahel as their coaches. Way to go, Tough Cookies. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you, enforcers. Thank you, track monkeys. Thank you, Rad Crew. Thank you, events, housekeeping, everybody who comes out here and volunteers. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you, Make You Holla.
Thank you, Trixie Biscuit.
And we want you, until next time, we want you to be well, be safe, and be back here May 20th for Junior Fight Crew versus Junior Scream Queens. I'm Trixie Biscuit.
And I'll Make You Holla.
Take care, y'all. Have a good day.
Bye.
Finish my share.